Good morning, Bix Weir, Roota.com with your morning horn of Z's, your sip of coffee. Ooh, what does it feel like being in the middle of this chaos? You ever sit down and just stop and say, holy crap, we're in the middle of the insanity that is going to be remembered for decades, eons after this, the collapse of the old system and the rebirth of a new system. Last night's State of the Union speech is a classic example. Big controversy over both Trump not shaking Pelosi's hand, although he didn't shake Pence's hand either. And if you look at Trump in this thing, he was turning away already. She grabs it with her right hand, then sticks her right hand out, and he's not going to turn back around. First of all, this woman wants to destroy his family's life, his life. She wants to destroy the country. And then at the end, she rips up the State of the Union like a little baby. It's insane what's going on. All the little white suits out there. I don't know what to tell you. I don't like Trump for one reason, and that reason is part of the reason he would say, Bix, I had to rig the markets to keep things going, to take these criminals out. I had to rig the markets going forward. I don't buy it. I think truth and honesty is going to win this battle more than anything else. So, yes, I know there's a lot going on in the background. Yes, I know that you think rigging markets is good for the country. I disagree. But as far as the task ahead for Trump, taking down the deep state and all that, I get it. I get it why he's doing it. I might not agree with it. I think there's better ways to do it. Stop babying the public. Truth and honesty, my friend, that's all you need. That's what our country was founded on, so why not go back to what the founding fathers intended? Here's some founding father quotes for you about how central banking is destructive to the American economic system from Thomas Jefferson. A letter to John Taylor, November 26, 1798. So this is after the USA was founded. Quote, I wish it were possible to obtain a single amendment to our Constitution. I would be willing to depend on that alone for the reduction of the administration of our government to the genuine principles of its Constitution. I mean an additional article taking from the federal government the power of borrowing. Wouldn't that be great? What if we had no debt and the U.S. government could not create money out of thin air? A lot of wars would not have been fought. Thomas Jefferson also said, bank paper must be suppressed, and the circulating medium must be restored to the nation to whom it belongs. I agree. And then, that was 1813, 1816, quote, and I sincerely believe with you that banking establishments are more dangerous than standing armies, and that the principle of spending money to be paid by posterity under the name of funding is but swindling futurity on a large scale. He had big words. And then George Washington said in 1787, paper money has the effect in your state paper money has had the effect in your state that it will ever have to ruin commerce, oppose the honest, and open the door to every species of fraud and injustice. Try electronic money, George. John Adams, all the perplexities, confusion, and distress in America rise not from the defects in their Constitution or Confederation, not from want of honor or virtue so much as from the downright ignorance of the nature of coin, credit, and circulation. All these, this is hundreds of years ago. They were warning us. And look at what we have today. The everything bubble, the secret printing of money all around the world. It is going to end in chaos, misery, and tears. But that's how it has to end to start fresh. And then we can redo the system with things like gold and silver again, or cryptos that are sound. No shitty cryptos. If you hold a crypto that isn't sound, I fear for your investment decision. Because it's not going to survive. Everything's not going to survive the crash. And then the reboot. You're going to need to hold cryptos that, for example, the people in the United States want to hold. The Unfortunately, our regulators were with us. Will anybody believe them? No. But if the regulators come out and say, hey, you, Mr. Crypto, you're centralized, we're going to take you down, or you have no use case, we're going to take you down, that crypto is pretty much done. I know you might not care what the U.S. government says, but they got a lot of power, especially in the U.S., if they're trying to hold on to the old system. So that's my take. So coins like Ripple, that's having a huge run, definitely is 100% dependent on the banks being up and running and the regulators there to cover for them. I don't think they'll cover for the XRP people when there's the hatred towards the banks. And we might even have a new administration if the system falls before the election. I don't know who, I keep saying Bernie, but he's obviously not the right guy for rebuilding. He might be the right guy to help reallocate money to the citizens, but for rebuilding the future, I think we start fresh. I think we should have a new election cycle after the crash so that real people stand up and who aren't so tainted by the old system. Have a new election and get rid of the 99% of the federal government that is ridiculous. But that's just me. We'll see what happens, right? And again, we're in the middle of it. This is the chaos that everybody's been talking about, and I've been screaming about for 20 years. It is happening right now as we speak. Hang on to your silver, my friends. Hang on to your gold, and hang on to your cryptos. In your possession only, because the end game is going to get ugly. But in the meanwhile, who said that Trump was going to rig all markets next week because he's taken a victory lap with his State of the Union speech, and today is the throwing out of the impeachment case? Of course, Steve Mnuchin's going to click that mouse in any minute. He's got a big old blister on his pointer finger, on his right hand if he's right-handed. Big old blister from clicking that mouse. Click, 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 click. And as soon as Trump is cleared of all charges, click, 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 he's going to click even faster. So if you wanted to make money this week, I was screaming about it last weekend. Steve Mnuchin's the guy who's going to be clicking the mouse really hard for a while. Now, it leaves us in a little quandary, because if we really are at war with Russia in some way, at war with China, an economic war with China, China can destroy the United States at its most weakest link, which is obviously physical silver. China can buy up all the physical silver on planet Earth and destroy every large, too big to fail bank. And they can do that with a click of a mouse. So much easier than what Mnuchin's doing. All they got to do is take physical silver and keep taking it and keep taking it and keep taking it. It's so damn cheap. And if they want to be the economic powerhouse of the future, they're going to need a lot of silver. So if I was China, absolutely buy every single silver ounce you can get your hand on, and that would destroy America as we know it and the rigging operation. As a matter of fact, in the Road to Roota, post-Road to Roota documents, some of the movies I analyzed, it's exactly what happened. It is silver that destroys the banking cabal and not gold. It is silver that is so much more important than gold. So, hey, if China gets mad enough, they'll click a mouse, take all the silver off the exchanges, take delivery under various entities. It won't be one entity because the CFTC is in charge of position limits. Oh my God. So criminal, so corrupt, so ridiculous. I watched part of the CFTC approving position limits. These people are complete tools for the bad guys. Complete and total tools. The last halfway decent CFTC commissioner, Bart Chilton, has gone away. I hope he's in witness protection, but who knows? I hope he's in witness protection for his family and friends. Or he's looking down at us from above saying, hey, let me help you. I can help you more from here. I don't know. I do not think that he died of cancer in such a quick way. I know pancreatic cancer, I'm very familiar with it. My father had it. He's one of very few people that ever survived pancreatic cancer. Still with us today. But it was completely out of the blue for everybody, even the people who worked with him at RT. So hopefully he is in protective custody. after he blew the whistle on J.P. Morgan's silver market rigging. Great interview. Go check that out. Anyway, as far as repos, I have posted the new repo operations on the Patreon and on the private road. On the spreadsheet, it's up. Not a big one today. There will be a big one tomorrow, though, for reasons I've discussed many times. The bailouts have to continue every night. And when they have a termination of a large repo, which there is one tomorrow, they got to redo that. In yesterday's operation, they absolutely had to do it. Let me show you. Tuesday, February 4th. The repo was huge, $64 billion they needed that night. But look at the term repo. It was almost double what the Fed was offering. So the banks are absolutely in trouble again. I would say especially the European banks. And this China thing is not helping at all. Interesting thing, China accidentally released the real results of where they stand. Zero Hedge article, did China's Tencent accidentally leak the true terrifying coronavirus statistics? And it goes on to show China's lying about the numbers. The numbers are much higher, and they reported, according to the report late Sunday evening, Tencent, on its webpage entitled Epidemic Situation Tracker, showed confirmed cases of novel coronavirus in China as standing at 154,000, which is 10 times the official figure. It listed the number of suspected cases at 79,000, which is over 200 and what's that? That's about 250,000, 4 times the official figure, which is what this expert claimed. A UK researcher predicted that over 250,000 Chinese would be infected with coronavirus by February 4th. He got it damn close. 154 plus 80. Yeah, he was damn close to the official number. While the number of cured cases was only 269, well below the official number of 300. Most ominously, the death toll listed was 24,598, vastly higher than the 300 officially listed that day. And clearly there's both sides of the argument. One side says, no, it's just the deep state doing this on purpose. The numbers aren't real, they're just trying to scare us. And then there's the people who say, oh my God, it's so much worse than what they're saying. Yes, it's a biologically engineered virus, things like that. I don't know. I will be going to Mexico for Anarchapulco for a few reasons. One, it's an important conference. Number two, I don't think that I'm not worried about getting the virus in Mexico. I think it would be just as easy to get it here. I don't think the chances are very high right now. But as far as shutting down travel, that would be the only thing I would be worried about. And I think the shutdown of travel between the U.S. and Mexico will be one of the last because of all the Mexico trade deals that we've done recently. And the Trump administration is all about keeping the system going. But I will be monitoring it down there. And if we see 4 or 5 countries all of a sudden stopping travel from different countries, then I might consider after my speech hopping on a plane. But right now, no. I don't. I plan on going. I plan on celebrating anarchy, which is lack of government, because that's what we need these days. We need governments to be gone and hanging out with a great gang of people down there and playing music and talking about cryptos, talking about gold and silver, and just hanging out on the beach. I will be posting videos of all kinds of things as that goes along. So it is a go. Roota is a go for Mexico. Anyway, this is Bix Weir. Hang in there, guys. Lots going on in the world. This is the transition. We are in year 0, and hopefully by the end of the year, things will be much clearer as to who's going to jail and what the new system will look like. I'll talk to you guys later.